him and Bill Belichick are like on a mountain by themselves. But I honestly don't see any team outside of Alabama, and that's about it that could possibly beat and stay on the same platform right now with Ohio State. It's impossible to stop top tier 5-star quality receivers. It's just they're nuts this year.
I agree with that for the most part, Marshawn, but the only thing is I'm more afraid of Georgia than Alabama, honestly. Like, I just think their defense is so talented this year. And with Bama, I still think we have the better offense, even though Bryce Young is a stud and he's probably a little bit more consistent than CJ Stroud. But with that said, I'm not as afraid of their defense as I am of I think you got a little Bill Belichick action going on just because of how we saw the Browns go up. Like, you're thinking that way about Saban,
Yeah, hey, Saban did it last year, and I say that because Alabama, granted, their offense isn't as strong as Ohio State's, but they do got one weapon. They do got one guy who, honestly, in my opinion, if Jameson Williams went up against Ohio State, he's gonna have a lot of pent up frustration.
Oh yeah,
because I'm pretty sure you see it as like I see it with. You got a lot of Ohio State fans believing that Jackson Smith and Jigba is just head and shoulders better than Jameson Williams. I honestly, I don't think you should be comparing them, but Jameson Williams and he doing it in the SEC is nuts.
Oh yeah,
is CJ Stroud in the Heisman conversation yet?
He's the favorite.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think after this game, he's for sure top of the.
I was looking.
I thought people were still there. I thought there were a good chunk of people still questioning him until this week. I thought this week was nice. Obviously, I think the Michigan game is going to be the key. Yeah. Although I think the voting is actually before that. I can't remember. It's always close to around then.
Isn't it like the week
I think it's before the playoff. Is it?
Yeah, it's like within the next week or so.
Yeah, I thought it was early.
I thought they got a chance to get a full body of work in outside of the playoffs.
You know what? Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll go Google it.
That's what I thought too. But CJ, this Purdue game was huge for him, especially because he struggled against, when we were on upset watch a week before that. So it was good to see him get back on track. But I would definitely say he's probably the favorite right now. Him, Bryce Young. I guess if you want to look at it, that's this Michigan State game has some implications because him and Kenneth Walker will be going back and forth. So
yeah.
DJ Cristal said no, he's not. So if not him, then who?
Who?
I don't know. He ain't offered that up. He just said no, he's not.
I don't see. If they go,
he just came in to hate on Ohio State. That was
you can't say he's not top 5. I would argue you can't say he's top 3. But
normally they give the Heisman to whoever's the best team. Normally, it doesn't always go that way. But lately, it's been kind of whoever has the most dominant team. That normally a player off that team typically wins Heisman. But I don't see any team on Georgia or Alabama that has played better than CJ Stroud. Bryce Young is nice, but I don't think Bryce Young has outplayed CJ Stroud, with the weapons that he has and the positions that he's put in. I think, in my unbiased opinion, if you're going to give the Heisman to somebody, I would definitely give it to either CJ Stroud or Kenneth Walker, removing all of the team success and all that away. Those two, in my opinion, are the two best players in college football right now.
All right, the Heisman ballots are distributed on November 29th, so that will be the Monday after the Ohio State-Michigan game. The voting deadline is December 6th, and that night they have a week. That night they will announce who the finalists are, and then the 11th at 8 p.m. is the actual ceremony where they announce the winner. So we do get to go through the regular season, but it is before any of the bowl games or playoff games and stuff. Those don't count in. They're not part of the process.
Chris is going to tell us who is going to win the Heisman.
I can't tell you who's going to win the Heisman, but I can tell you that C.J. Stroud is not that special to win. Ohio State would still win them games if the backup goes in because all the
no, they wouldn't.
All they weapons.
I don't know.
No, they
McCord's pretty good. You can't
I think
penalize
this-
CJ Stroud because we got good backups.
Yeah,
Like, that's
I was
not
gonna
fair.
say.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're not by good backups. It's just good the weapons that you have. You have a phenomenal weapons, and you can pretty much put a lot of quarterbacks back there. And the beginning of the
Well,
year,
how do you think Mac Jones won it last year? He had phenomenal weapons.
That's true.
yeah, he did. He did absolutely.
And he won
did.
the Heisman. And he won
Absolutely.
the Heisman.
But I don't think so. But it wasn't in the beginning of the year. You guys was questioning CJ Stroud. So if anybody's,
I wasn't.
So when
I
people
was
question,
so no, I'll address that. I'll
Let me
address
finish-
that because
let me finish
I was.
that. Let
All
me
right,
finish
go ahead.
that. So everybody, not just you, everybody was questioning him. So if you got somebody questioning you, you definitely should not be in the Heisman because you was questioning your first 4 or 5 games. Then all
That
of a
doesn't
sudden
make any sense. They were
Kenneth
questioning
Walker,
you, and
I
then
like-
you proved
doesn't-
you could do it.
that proved he's just a good quarterback right now. Next year he can win it. Next year I would say, okay, he done it.
Well, we questioned the law.
Now
And
Kenneth
that's
Walker,
relevant.
you take Kenneth off Michigan State team, Michigan State don't win. You
Yeah,
take
that's a fair argument. That's a fair
That's
That's a
argument.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, Heisman got to be that player. You be like, yo, you take him off. You take him off. Like, yo, they still want to go.
Let me ask you this though, Chris Styles. So Joe,
But it ain't
Joe Burrow,
MVP.
I like CJ. No, I like CJ. I think he's a good quarterback, but I don't
The
think
MVP
this year
is a
he's
whole
winning.
different thing than Heisman, dog.
Yeah, that means you're the best player in the country. He is not the best player in the country.
Who better?
Well, from a quarterback standpoint, who is? Because this year's quarterback crop sucks.
It's
But
not.
God
it's-
forbid
it's
you
not
get a
a
quarterback
good-
and you're picking top 5 in the draft next year. You're trading down.
It's not a good
No, you
quarterback
did.
year.
It is, but I like Oklahoma quarterback. I like him.
no,
That's
which
the
one?
Rattler?
No.
Which one?
The freshman.
Caleb Williams.
No, no.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He didn't
really
watch that Baylor
Inconsistent.
game.
He-
He
I
didn't
did
watch
watch the
that
game.
Baylor game.
I watched the game. I watched
Yeah.
the Baylor game.
The only
But
quarterback
did
in
CJ
this
Stroud have a
year.
bad game this year?
No,
Oregon?
not nearly like.
But
what-
did he have a bad game this year?
Yes, yes.
He's had some bad.
then.
Yeah.
So,
What, week
okay,
1,
he
week
had some
2?
bad- He had still
Take
he had
it
some
off.
bad game. So you can't say one game kills you, but I remember everybody talk about CJ Stroud. We need to put the back up. Oh, is he that guy? I'm not
So
saying
I-
he can't be that guy. I don't think he's going to win it. It's not a clear cut guy that I think should win it is really Kenneth Walker. Everybody else is just playing for second. And that's just my opinion. But I
I'm
don't
willing
think-
to hear the Kenneth Walker argument. I think that's a good point. Like you
Yeah,
take
that's
him
the
off
only
Michigan State, then they're a totally different ball club. But
Yeah.
But
also,
again,
like,
that's MVP versus most outstanding player. We're not talking about the most valuable player to a team. Is what he's doing by itself the best in the country?
Yes, Kenneth Walker, absolutely.
I'm not. I completely agree. I'm just saying. I don't listen to the argument of if you take him off Michigan State, they suck.
I mean,
don't
maybe they-
think. I think that's two different things. He's just
Another
amazing.
another thing with CJ is I will also a good case for him is how much he has developed within, as a red shirt freshman. You take all the adversity he faced earlier in the season. He was hurt. He had that shoulder injury. And, after the Oregon game, yeah, I was definitely one of those people that was panicked. I was like, oh, we're not, way too early in the season for that. But I was like, maybe he's just not the guy. But that's another, thing that we also talked about this before, how as Ohio State, as an Ohio State fan, I guess, we were just so blessed having Justin Fields last year, who,
Right.
I mean, was head and shoulders. I mean, you knew Justin Fields he's a star. I mean, I still believe he's going to be a stud with the Bears. The Bears, I mean, that was an
Let's hope.
excellent pick by them. Yeah, we'll hope for the best so we could change the narrative around, OSU quarterbacks. But I think CJ, I'm willing to hear the Kenneth Walker argument, honestly, because of the way that if you take him off, Michigan State really probably isn't a top 10 team. At least I don't think so.
But
I
CJ Stroud does, like, when I look at quarterbacks, and I'm real iffy on quarterback, what does he do special to make him that special? What does he do special?
All he does
He
is
got
win,
arm
win,
strength.
win.
Okay,
Arm-
we
arm
see
strength.
that. Like, so is he? We can't say arm
Arm-
strength. That's not
He-
special.
hey,
It's a lot of players.
but
It's not
Not,
quarterbacks.
it's not always the most consistent, but when he's threaded the needle plenty of times this year where he can
What's
be
making
very
him-
accurate. Like
what
on
makes
his
him
best
special?
day, he is
What-
a very accurate,
When
like
we
a
look at
top
Justin
5 most
Fields-
accurate quarterback. in
when we see
college.
Justice Fields, when we seeing quarterbacks, you be like, oh man, that guy's special. CJ Stroud is not there yet. Can he be there next year? Absolutely. But this year he doesn't gleam out and say, oh, he's special.
All right.
I'd say the one knock is because
listen, Chris, I got two things. First of all, I just pulled up the NCAA stats for all quarterbacks, and CJ is number 1 in QBR.
Okay.
Number 2, though, is does the fact that he's a redshirt freshman hurt him? In the voters' minds, are they thinking, you know what, he's got a couple more years, let's give this to someone else who's maybe a junior or a senior who's done with their career? Because as a redshirt freshman, he's got 3 more chances, theoretically. If he stays good, then it's, what, 1 more and then he can draft?
Right. He's redshirt, so next year could be his last year.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes they do that. They're like, if they're not sure between 2, they're like, you know what, he'll be here next year. Let's just go with this guy.
Actually, he actually got 6 years if he wanted to.
I think that narrative's kind of gone after like the Johnny Manziel era, though. Like after he won it and became kind of the first freshman, I feel like they just don't care anymore.
But that guy was special in college, and that's what I'm saying. Like Heisman is not always the best. It's like that guy who is special. Like not if he's going to the league. It's like, is he special?
And there's not another quarterback that you would put in the conversation. Is there a quarterback out there that you think is special?
Y'all think quarterbacks should get it. Y'all say who should win the Heisman. I'm never saying he should be in the conversation. Y'all say he's going to win it. I'm saying he's not going to win. I'm saying Kenneth Walker.
I don't think we said he was going to win it. I just asked if he was if he's a finalist. I think he's for sure a finalist, but I don't know that there's another quarterback who could beat him out.
I think Marshawn and I might have misspoke a little bit. We said he was the favorite. I didn't really have any facts to back that up. I don't know what the odds are.
I just went on iShark right now. Right now, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are both top plus 250. So that means that they both are co-favorite. Kenneth Walker is not even in top 5. Here's the reason why I say you can't take – if you take Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State, they still good. Kenneth Walker played for Wake Forest before he transferred to Michigan State. They was trash. Wake Forest is the best team in the ACC this year.
When you look at Kenneth Walker, does he look like the best player on the planet right now in college?
No.
He does not? Well, you don't know football, bro. I can't talk about football.
No.
And that's
I think Bryce Young's only in the conversation because he's at Alabama. He's 4th-ranked quarterback in the league.
I said the same thing about C.J. Stroud. I think he's only in the conversation because he had Ohio State. But he does nothing special to me.
Heisman winners I got at Ohio State? Not a lot.
If you look at the pool, this isn't a very special deal. There's not like that guy, you know. So
I would put last thing I know Richard trying to kill. I would put Bijan Robinson from Texas up against Kenneth Walker, and I think Bijan would be a better running back. My opinion.
All right, y'all. I want to thank all y'all for doing the show. For Cleveland Kate, for Caleb Blake, for Marshawn Powers, for DJ Chris Styles, for Rachel.